Why did nobody tell me this when I started to learn guitar? Why did nobody explain to me how easy it was to play along with any song that I wanted? And that's what I'm going to show you today. Hi guys, Tony here from Guitar Made Easy by Tony, and this is where I help take beginner guitarists to the next stage in the guitar playing journey by teaching them cool stuff that really helps you to develop as a guitarist. Now, clearly, I've got a cold, but I didn't want to lie in bed while I had this idea in my head, because this is something that really made a huge difference to me when I was starting to play guitar, and I really wanted to share it with you, because being able to play along with any song that you hear is such a good feeling. I remember walking into a room with my friends and they'd be playing some music. I'd be able to pick up the guitar and just start playing along right away, and they were always super impressed that I was able to do it. Considering I'd only been playing for a little while, and that's because it's actually pretty simple. I didn't tell them that. I let them believe that I was a virtuoso. But it is quite simple. I'm going to show you a few different things to be able to do that. So make sure you do stick around for everything that I'm going to show you, because it's important to know how to play along with any song. So a song in a minor key and a song in a major key. So, you know, like a sad or a romantic love song or something like that, or a country song or something a little bit more upbeat. You need to be able to figure out what it is and be able to play along with that. So I'm going to show you how to do all that. Alright? But if you do like this kind of stuff, if you do appreciate me getting out of my bed and teaching you this stuff today, then do me a favour, like the video. I'd really appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, then if you like this kind of stuff, you should subscribe, because I'll upload every week. So let's get into the first thing we need to know, guys, is the pentatonic scale. Alright, so we're going to start in the middle of the fretboard. Now, if you know this scale, I'm going to show you a different way to play it as well, but this is important. So if you've never done it before, this is what we need to do, right? So get your guitar up, and we're going to start putting your index finger on 5, right? This is going to be the A minor pentatonic scale we'll play. And so the root note, and the root note is the home bass, the most important note of the scale. We need to know where that is, alright? So that's our root note here, that's the A note, alright, on 5. And then we've got A, I'm going to get that with my pinky. Now, you really want to try and keep a finger for each fret, okay? This will really help break any bad habits you've got, alright? So you get 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7. Alright, and there's my root note again. Now there's only 5 notes in the scale. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to 1 again, right? And then I've got 5, 7, 5, 8, 5. That's my root note again. Okay, the A. I've got 5, 8, right? So 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 8. My root note's on 5, 7 on the D, and then 5 in the low E again. Okay, so you really want to make sure you get that under your fingers. You don't need to play it fast, right? You just need to be comfortable with that scale. Now, actually, that's not my preferred way of playing the scale or teaching it. Actually, you need to know that. But I like to play the scale across the fretboard in boxes rather than up and down in the one box. So I like to visualize it in 3 different boxes, okay? So what we do is we've got that root note, 5. If we move 2 frets behind that to 3, and I make this box instead, I've got 3, 5, 3, 5, 7. Okay? Right, 3, 5, 3, 5, then take my index, my third finger to 7. Again, keep in mind what your root note is. You've got 5, alright? So 3, and then your root note. 3, 5, 3, 5, 7. Now if you take that same shape and then apply it to the middle strings, that will be my next octave. So we're playing the same notes but an octave higher. 5, 7, 5, 7, 9. Alright, same notes. Right. And again we've got a root note here on the 7. And then I've got the next octave, which is 8, 10, 8, 10, 12. Again, my root note is 10 on the B. 8, 10, 8, 10, 12. So I've got these different octaves with the same notes. 3, 5, 3, 5, 7. 5, 7, 5, 7, 9. 8, 10, 8, 10, 12. Right, the pentatonic scale in 5 different positions. And then you can connect them all together. Alright, with a little bit of practice. But it's good to know that. That's going to be important. Get into playing and jamming with your favourite songs. So, now that we know the scale, we can then get into, jamming and playing over our favourite songs. So what I've done is I've recorded a couple of loops here. And I'm going to show you how I would do it. So let's say you walk into a room and you hear this playing. Alright? Hopefully you can hear that okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically start with the top string until I find the root note. Alright? And that will help me gauge the key that we're playing in. So what I want to take a note as well is I can hear that's minor. Right away. Doesn't it seem like a happy song? If you want to figure out if it's a happy song, sing I Won the Lottery to it. I won the lottery. I won the lottery. No. Doesn't work. So, it's probably a minor song. So, you got to play the top note, the top string, until you find a note that works with every chord change, alright? Got it? Let's just test it out with the scale. Alright. Okay, we found our key, so figured out we're in E minor. Alright, we've got our scale. So then, what I would suggest you do after that is to pick a couple of notes from that scale. And let's try to figure out a little riff or something that we can play. So I'm going to just take the middle notes. I'm going to take 5, 7 on the D. Notice that my root note is on 7 on the D, and 5, 7 on the G. Alright? Let's see if I can do something with that. Keep it nice and simple. Again, it doesn't need to be simple. You can use hammer-ons and pull-offs as well, but if you just want to use the notes, alright, details are then the next level, hammer-ons and pull-offs and things to be a little bit more creative. But again, you can just figure something out like that. So I'm going to do something like that, okay? Keep that as like my motive, alright, of what I'm going to do. So, again, I've got this octave idea. I've got the low notes, the middle notes, and the high notes. And then I can connect them. Alright, so I'm going to start with the low notes. middle notes, and then the high notes. Alright? And again, you do this, you practice this enough, and then it starts to... Alright? And then you can start to kind of jam and do your own thing over it. So that's the simplified version. So I hope that made sense. Now, what happens if it's a happy song? That's not going to work. So let's just take another thing that I recorded. Alright, a little happy thing. And let's do the same thing, right? Let's try and figure out the root note. No. Look at the A note again. But the minor scale's not going to work because that's the minor pentatonic scale. So what we do in that case is we take our finger and we go 3 frets back. 1, 2, 3, and we can apply the same shape. Alright, but we need to then adjust the root note. Again, our root note's here in 5 no low E, we know that. It's also here on the 2 on the G. And it's also on 5 on the high E. Alright, so 2 of the root notes are the same, okay, as the minor. The only difference is the middle root note, which is on the G. And if we focus our playing around the notes, it's going to sound major. So I've not got the notes behind to do the extension, but I have got the front, right? So again, I've got the octave here, or, alright? And that is it. So if it's major, bring the pentatonic scale 3 frets back and apply the same stuff, and just make sure that you have your root notes in the right place. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that is giving you some knowledge and some fun to play with. Again, if you like this stuff, make sure you like the video and you subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I'm gonna go and get some cough medicine, get a blanket, and try and recover. So take it easy, guys, and see you soon with the next lesson.